This is part 2A of the Tamiya Avante 2011 build series. So the only difference here from the last video is that I built the center differential here, the ball diff, and installed that with the center axle here. So this, before I get to the ball diff itself, it installs first when there's this little kind of spacer bit here. There's a ball bearing that goes inside that, and you put the center drive shaft into this bit here, right? And then this plastic piece slides into it, slots into this opening here, okay? And this ball diff is actually a little bit more intricate than a standard ball diff. Use a 0.5 millimeter hex drive to tighten it out on, or to tighten it on this end here, okay? And there are a whole bunch of spacers. I can probably just show you the insides here. So there are 5 spacers on this side, and they all go in alternate orientations. Then that goes into a diff housing. You have differing on this side. Here, this gear, the spur gear, is set up in such a way so that on this side, the openings for the diff balls are actually these nice little pockets, and so the balls just slot right in there. So it goes together pretty nicely. Use some diff grease, of course, to put everything together. This gear is just a whole separate gear that attaches on top of the top diff ring. And then the thrust bearing comes fully assembled, and you have this little spacer here, and another spacer, and then this screw. So this screw here, you can use the stock screw, or you can use one of the screws to come with the RC Screws kit, because it does come with a few, I think these are 2 millimeter screw threads. They're in here. Okay, so just find one of the right size, and you can use that for the center differential. So after this, of course, there's another gear, a bevel gear that couples this to the idler gear. So this is a total of pinion gear, spur gear, bevel gear, idler gear, diff gear. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gears total in the rear gearbox. Quite a few gears. Oops. But that's, I just wanted to show you guys how this looks when it's assembled. It's pretty neat. And if you want to adjust it, of course, you just take off eventually the top gearbox, or the top part of the gearbox. That's 3 or 4 screws. Should be 4 screws to take that off. And then you just pull this out, and then you put like a flathead screw in here, and then you just tighten this down or loosen it up depending on how you want to adjust the center differential. So if you want more full-time 4-wheel drive action, if you want it to be more stable under braking, you would make this tighter. If you want to have more turn-in or sharper handling, you would make this a little bit looser. So that's all. I just wanted to show you guys this, and that's the end of part 2A.